All right, guys. This is going to be not pleasant, maybe. So please get ready. I want to talk about why I think the West, in general, or why certain cultures, particularly dominant in the West, have had or are having much more success than, say, the ones in Nigeria, Africa, some parts of Africa, or majority, and some other places too. This video is not intended for anything other than educational, so I am not dehumanizing any culture. I'm not saying any culture is better. Actually, to the contrary, when people do things, I'm gonna assume they like to do it. So anyways, I want to talk about why I've been okay. So I'm kind of rambling, but I'm living in the US now. I've been living for many years, not long, at least 10. And there are two things that I noticed, or that I'm noticing, I guess I noticed already, that has shown a clear contrast to the kind of culture, at least I grew up in Nigeria as a Hausa, Fulani person, that clearly it's helping them here a lot. Number one, the culture of maintenance. If there is anything I'd say that has distinguished this place and West in general, with, I don't know, with Nigeria, Africa, I'm just going to use Africa as a blanket. And this is general. This is not specific to a particular individual. Is our maintenance culture. So what do I mean by maintenance culture? Well, there is this constant hunger in the need to improve stuff. There was an old picture I saw. I used to live in a town of about like 1,500 people, so 1,500 here in the US. And there was an old picture of the town, and the streets weren't tarred. So this was a long time ago. Things were just, I would say, more like how I grew up in the village, right? But it has changed now. Anyways, I feel like the culture here has people constantly want to improve. Another good example is malaria. Many parts of Africa are still battling with malaria. So basically, something that, I think more or less is not an issue here in the West. I think we just don't have that maintenance culture. By maintenance, again, I mean, I have something and I want to continually want to improve it, constantly. There's a problem, I want to improve it. We have seen people come to Africa, for example, to build wells, right? Something that, give or take, not an issue in the West. And this is purely cultural, right? So I think that is one thing I noticed. The second thing It's value for value. This is big. This is really big. In the West, there is this culture of wanting value for value, which means if I want something from you, I need to provide something to you instead of wanting it for free. This is absolutely something, and like this is kind of a culture. So it can be an adult child to a parent. It can be a brother to a sister to a brother. It really doesn't matter the kind of relationship. There's this culture of reciprocity. I want something from you, I need to provide something to you. And I think that might have pushed people here for parents. That might have to do with why older parents here go to the senior home, which is basically like a home for old people. Well, maybe it's the independence. Maybe that's a bad example. But that's definitely something I noticed. Now, in Nigeria, where I grew up, I mean, in general, people want something without giving anything in return. Especially among family members, there's a huge, there's that huge kind of gap, especially like, let's say you are one of 4 children and you've traveled abroad or had some success. There tend to be maybe your siblings, your parents kind of looking up to you, which is okay, nothing wrong with that. But like without really providing anything in return. And not just your people, friends, there's this constant one-way thing, even if someone hasn't helped you in the past, right? There's this, this idea of give me, and I don't do anything. That is fatal. That is absolutely bad. That mentality. Nothing wrong with people helping people if you want to, but I think it's part of the reason why in Africa in general we don't grow as much as these people. And anyway, this is not just Africa. It's because I'm an African, a Nigerian, so I'm a little familiar with that territory. But cultures that have this mentality of value for value, they tend to progress more. Because value for value means uplift me and I'll uplift you. Imagine people trying to climb a stairs or something like that. I lift you, I help you up, you help me up, and we go together. So you can imagine why that would be much more superior kind of thinking, or much more progressive, I would say, kind of mentality than I just push you and you don't push me, right? You don't push me up. So imagine like you go to your village, okay, and find a way to solve the issue of malaria. Now, how many people do you think will say, hey, like let's say you go to a neighbor, hey, I have a cure, I have a solution for malaria. And right, and I'm selling it or something like that. How many people will come up and say, yeah, hey, I don't have money, but hey, I'm gonna farm. I have my farm. I'm gonna have it soon. I'm gonna give you 2 bags of my produce or something like that. Most likely, people will want it for free. There's this YouTuber, God, I forgot his name. Went to Nigeria and people, like adults, were asking him of money, and he got kind of upset. I'm like, what? Why would I give you money, right? You didn't provide any value to me. it's strange to them. It's strange to him. Again, this is general, this is not specific. But it's a huge problem. It's not lack of resources that we don't provide value. No, it's the culture. The culture is mostly one way. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. I don't give. I always tell people, no matter who you are, there's always something you can do for someone else. Right? You know, I'm nobody. Let's say I go to Dankore. I'm not going to ask him for money. I'm going to ask him, hey, Dankore, I will provide this value to you. And in return, provide a value. And it's always a win-win. Like when you go to people and provide kind of this proposal, you are more likely to succeed in general. So they succeed, you succeed. And so imagine a whole culture, millions of people everywhere practicing this. I mean, there's a reason why the West and cultures that have this kind of value, really, you can tell. You can tell the level of progress they made or they are making. So two things again, maintenance culture and value for value. One of the defining, I think, for me, a defining discovery, I think, that is eye-opening, and that it's no longer a mystery why the West is like this. Honestly, it's no longer a mystery. The cultures that have this. You want to be like the US, then have that mentality. You cannot beat people that have this kind of mentality, with the mentality of either victimhood or no maintenance, or give me, only me and not you. You can't beat that kind of culture. They will always be ahead. And for me, that is what made the West, nothing else. It's from that kind of culture that gave birth to the United States Constitution, to all the kinds of things that has made the West what they are today. So again, this is just me ranting. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? If you are to define one or two cultural differences, or maybe some kind of cultural thing that distinguish, say Africa or places that are not developed versus places that are, what do you think that might be? So comment below. I will read them all. So again, this is not to bash anyone, any culture. It's just an observation I'm sharing. I could 100% be wrong. But I think I just wanted to say it in the open. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Thank you. Bye-bye.